Today, we'll be discussing the importance of direct and indirect evidence in establishing historical facts, specifically in the context of the Bible. Let's start with direct evidence. How would you define direct evidence and its role in historical research? Direct evidence refers to clear, unambiguous information that directly supports historical facts. In the study of the Bible, this can include primary source documents, eyewitness accounts, or physical artifacts. These sources are preferred because they provide a straightforward and credible basis for historical accuracy. That's a concise definition. Now, when we talk about the Bible, direct evidence often comes from ancient texts and artifacts. Can you give an example of how these sources have been used to establish historical facts from the Bible? Certainly. An example of direct evidence in the Bible would be the Dead Sea Scrolls, which contain copies of biblical texts dating back to around the time of Jesus. These scrolls provide direct insight into the language, content, and context of biblical writings, strengthening the historical accuracy of the Bible. That's a compelling example. Now, let's shift to indirect evidence. How would you explain the concept of indirect evidence and its significance when direct evidence is lacking or insufficient? Indirect evidence involves making educated inferences or hypotheses about the past when direct evidence is lacking. In the context of the Bible, this can include analyzing patterns, trends, or circumstantial evidence to gain insights into historical events. Indirect evidence is valuable when direct proof is hard to come by. Can you provide an instance of how indirect evidence has been used to complement direct evidence in biblical historical research? Certainly. Take, for example, the Exodus story in the Bible. While direct evidence of the Exodus itself might be limited, analyzing archaeological findings, geographical clues, and the broader historical context of the time can help scholars build a more comprehensive understanding of this event, even when direct evidence is scarce. That's a great example of combining indirect evidence with the Bible's historical narrative. In summary, how do direct and indirect evidence work together to establish historical facts in the context of the Bible? Direct evidence provides clear support for events or facts, while indirect evidence fills in gaps and provides context. The key is rigorously evaluating the reliability and credibility of the sources and carefully interpreting the evidence to construct a well-founded historical narrative. Well said. Direct and indirect evidence both play essential roles in historical research, particularly in understanding the historical facts of the Bible. Thank you for sharing your insights on this topic.